The newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The Office of the Vice President has set a cap of 400 patients on its teleconsult program, Bayanihan E-Konsulta, because of the spike in cases. Vice President Lenny Robredo said the cap will allow them to provide patients with quality medical attention. She advised those seeking help to register as early as 8 a.m. to be included in the first 400 patients. Robredo added that the cap would increase when more individuals volunteer for the program. According to Robredo, the Bayanihan E-Consulta received an average of 900 messages every day last week. The economic recovery of the Philippines and other Southeast Asian countries may be pushed back to 2023 due to the threat of SARS-CoV-2 variants. Oxford Economics said that the country's gross domestic product is expected to grow by 3.5% this year. This is lower than 4.5% projection last month and below the 4 to 5% full-year target of the government. For other ASEAN countries, the think tank said the above trend growth will be further delayed due to 2023 downslide scenario. Exporters are urging the government to implement global product quality compliance standards to improve international trade. Phil Export said the use of global supply chain standards would promote the product safety and improve the transition to digital business systems. Meanwhile, Philippine Airlines has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in the United States. And many people have been asking, does this mean it's going out of business? Regina Lay breaks it down for us.
No, Philippine Airlines isn't going out of business. It's also not being split up or being sold to investors, at least not yet. In fact, what the Chapter 11 filing does is it buys the company time to reorganize its finances so that it can remain open for business while unable to pay its debts. The country's flag carrier has been losing money for a few years now, and the COVID-19 pandemic dealt a really heavy blow. In 2020, the airline reported a net loss of 73 billion pesos. So imagine, not only was it not making any money, it also had to keep paying its bills. For example, for aircraft maintenance and leasing. By declaring itself bankrupt, Philippine Airlines got out of paying hundreds of millions of dollars in debt and was also given new funding to keep running. In the US, a few companies have emerged stronger after their Chapter 11 filing. For example, car companies like General Motors and Chrysler, which were hit hard by the 2008 financial crisis. Philippine Airlines says it will have to let go of about 23 planes and cut some long-haul routes, but it will continue to honor all tickets, travel vouchers, refunds, and Mabuhay Miles benefits. It will also continue repatriation flights for OFWs stranded worldwide. Regina Lay, One News.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The highly anticipated match between the Meralco Bulls and the Barangay-Ginebra Gin Kings has been postponed. The PBA announced that the match, which was originally set for this afternoon, has postponed following their health and safety protocols. The game was supposed to start at 4:35 this afternoon at the Don Honorio State University Gym in Bacolor, Pampanga. Meanwhile, two games remain slated for this afternoon. The game scheduled at 2 p.m. between Terra Firma Jeep and Blackwater Bossing will push through, while the match between Magnolia Pambansang Manok and TNT Tropang Giga will be moved to 4:35 p.m. from their original 7 p.m. schedule. The UK is currently experiencing a shortage in veterinarians. The reason? A pandemic driven surge in people getting pets. Now, how did this strange problem happen? This Bloomberg Quick Take tells us more.
Something wrong with her eye. And when I had a look, it looked like she was blind. The vet that she's registered with were only doing telephone appointments, which was a bit pointless because she really needed to be seen by someone. And I couldn't get one anyway for like another week. I was just quite worried about, the complications of leaving it for so long.
We've seen millions more animals becoming pets in the past year due to the people having increased time at home. What we're also finding is due to Brexit that we're having decreased numbers of European vets working over here. So unfortunately, we're unable to meet that current demand for pet services. Also, COVID's got the inevitable impact with people having to self-isolate.
It is very limited what we can diagnose, so it's more about peace of mind and determining whether they do need to be seen in person.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 2:15 as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.